Augustine the Baker, A.D. 1556. A.D. 1556 or thereabouts, there was in Beverwyck a brother named Augustine, a baker by trade, who had forsaken the world, and been rebaptized upon his faith, according to the ordinance of Christ, which the papists could not endure. There was at the time a burgomaster who was very bitter, and filled with perverted zeal, who sometimes said that he would furnish the peat and wood to burn Augustine. The bailiff had said that he should not apprehend Augustine without previously warning him, but he did not keep his word, for he came upon a time when Augustine was at his work, kneading dough. Perceiving him, Augustine attempted to flee, but was instantly seized by his pursuers and cast into prison. And as he was a man who was much beloved, it greatly grieved the bailiff's wife, who said to her husband, "O you murderer, what have you done?" But all in vain. He had to follow his Lord Jesus as a lamb is led to the slaughter. As he steadfastly adhered to his faith, they passed a cruel sentence on him, namely that he should be tied to a ladder and thus cast alive into the fire and burnt. On his way to death, he saw one of his acquaintances, to whom he said, "Farewell, Just Cornelissen." The latter, prompted by his good opinion of him, replied in a friendly manner, "I hope that we shall hereafter be together forever." Whereupon said burgomaster replied out of a heart judging with partiality, "He will not get to the place whither you will go, but he goes from this fire into the eternal." Thereupon Augustine said to the burgomaster, "I cite you to appear within 3 days before the judgment seat of God." As soon as the execution was over, the burgomaster was instantly smitten with a raging sickness, and continually cried with a guilty conscience, "Peat and wood, peat and wood," so that it was terrible to hear, and before the 3 days had expired, he died, which was a great sign of the all-seeing eye of God, who would not suffer such cruelty to go unpunished, as an example to all those who, from perverse blindness, should commit such deeds, for it is often seen that those who think to do God service by exercising tyrannical cruelty over the pious come to a bad end, for the Apostle James also says that they shall have judgment without mercy that have shown no mercy. May the Lord enlighten those who are in such blindness.